Okay, I gotta accept cookies. I gotta put this on. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another stream of HDR. Today we are back for D2 in Austria, but I'm not alone. I'm here with Rayson on his debut. Say what's up.
Hello.
Mm,
I've got a debut. I mean, if it's anything like I race on track, then it won't be very good.
I mean, I hope it's good, but we'll see. It's just freestyling, so he's gonna join me today for this casting session of Division 2. Yesterday it was complete shambles with D3 with EA. Hopefully it will be a bit better today. Everyone is going to ready up, and we're gonna get this qualifying session underway. It's gonna be exciting qualifying session because yeah, uh, there's a big championship battle going on. I mean, Jay Morris is P1 with 150 and with 40 points, and K5 is pretty far behind if you ask my opinion with the 140 points. So it's a 40 points difference with um, 5 races to go. So it's going to be really exciting. Jay Morris has been quick all season. Is he going to win back-to-back championships? Is he going to get pole position? Is he going to be D3 champion and then D2 champion? We don't know. So we're just going to have to watch this qualifying session, see where everyone ends up, and we're just going to go head into it. You got any predictions, Rayson?
Not really. It's quite a spread out grid today. Hopefully, gets some moves done. If it's any consultation with the last few races we've had, there's been quite some unexpected winners. So hopefully we'll get a good race and we'll see what happens.
Any qualifying predictions?
Not really.
Ooh. So you think anyone can get pole?
100%. It more matters than how much you've practiced. You know, if they've practiced a lot, they have a good advantage. If they haven't, then they might be set back a little bit.
I heard Comic hasn't done any practice, so I'm interested in what he's going to do. We already have a F1 Mad rooting for the Haas boys, of course. Is there even a Haas Racing? Yes, there is. G-Easy. Okay. Oh, and Tiger. Okay, I didn't see them. I didn't see them. But we have KJ here as well. How you doing, KJ? Good to be back on Comms game. I filled in for you, so you don't have to. Hopefully the EA servers are good, and hopefully we have a better race than yesterday.
100%.
I knew Racing was very loud. I knew it. Can you turn yourself down a little bit, Racing?
Yeah.
Can you talk?
Yeah. Is that alright now? Or is it still a bit loud?
Is it still loud? I think so. If I turn you down from my end.
Yeah, just
Uh,
turn me down from your end. I've literally turned myself down all I can on my mic. My
okay. How
apologies.
how about now? Is it good? Is the volume good now?
Just a sec. Let me have a look.
On my telemetry, it says the audio is good.
Wonderful. Yeah, we'll keep it there then. It's good.
I'm still quiet. Uh, okay. Um, wait, I have two different opinions. KJ said I'm good, but F1 Med said I'm quiet. I mean, on telemetry, me and Rayson are both the same volume. Maybe it's just the tone that we're speaking from. Like, I don't know. But we have Ibrahim, D3 driver. He's reserving once again in D2. He is a D3 reserve as well. And he is on a lap right now as Robot Reaction crashes out in the first 3 minutes of qualifying. So he's going to be starting from the back. That is not a good start to his race weekend. But Ibrahim is going to set the pace here for the Q1. We have Dreaddude closing in behind him, but there's no impeding needed or for him for his POV. He's in the last sector right now. It looked quite a clean lap, but let me turn my sound down actually because it's very loud. That's not.
As he invalidates through the final corners have proven to be quite a soft spot for some of the drivers. You can invalidate very easily through there. Obviously, it's quite a fast, twisty section. Drivers obviously want to be right on the edge 100% of the time. They can push themselves a little bit too far and obviously go over the track limits, which can be a problem, especially around there. We had a lot of invalidations around there. It's really the only place you can invalidate on this circuit.
Oh yeah, KJ, sorry about that. I totally forgot the comms curves. We had some technical difficulties, but Tiger Gamer needs to be cursed. Do you wanna do a cursing racing on your debut, or because I'm not really good at it? I'll try
No,
it, but
no, I'm not going to curse no one. You can curse everyone.
okay. So Tiger Gamer, he's P3 right now as Vlov goes to P1. He's gonna absolute smash it. He's gonna absolute smash it on pole position. He's going to win this race. He's been slept on this entire season. I know he has a couple of good results, a couple of DNFs I think as well, but he's absolute slept on. He has changed his settings. He has changed his POV on his camera to minus like one click, and he's going to absolute cook. Is he going for another lap? No, he isn't. Okay. Well, we have some more people on the lap. We have Comic, and that's the only one who hasn't set a lap time yet, so we'll just get off board with him. He is currently P14 because he hasn't set a lap. Looks like K5 in the middle of the night. He is cooking. He is currently P1. He is about 2/10 clear of Vlov in P2. And it's getting really close between the rest of the pack. Looks like Comic here in the final two corners. Going to complete a lap. Hope is he going to invalidate? No, he keeps it clean. Across the line he goes, and that's a pretty decent lap. He only goes to P9 though with a 105.3, and I think he's still in the danger zone at the moment. P9 is not the best you can get. Most of the people will start to improve on their lap, and he will soon be in the danger spot. So he has to go out again and then go for a fresh lap. We have a bunch of people still not set a lap. Ibrahim invalidated on his quick lap. Robin Reaction, I don't know, he spun into a wall, I think, in turn 7, I think. Turn 7, right when the third sector starts. I saw his little dot on the off the track, so I guess he just binned it off the track. But we have a couple of championship contenders, Mars and Chocolate. Is he a championship contender? Let me look on my screen real quick. He is not. Oh yeah, he is. He is currently P6, 109 points. So he is kind of out of it, but kind of in the fight as well. But he is on an out lap, and he will set a lap shortly. He will be the first to set a lap between Mars, him, and Jay Morris. We all know him. Chocolate is a very fast driver. Let's see what he can cook up. The turn 3 looks quite clean. Little bit of a correction. He got a purple sector 1, so I don't know if that's fake or not. We'll just keep on board with him. As you can see, he's on controller because he's switching his wheel around. That's a interesting sight to see, but I'm on controller as well. But Chocolate now in the third sector, and I thought that was an invalidation, but apparently it wasn't because he went off track pretty obviously, but he kept it on track. He had a little moment in the gravel. Hopefully he doesn't invalidate here, and that's probably an invalidation, and he breaks off his lap. So he has to go out again. Looks like Mars or Jay Morris. Ooh, Jay Morris was the first one to set a lap, but he invalidated his lap. So we have Mars on a quick lap now, heading into sector 3. In my opinion, it's a very clean sector. I mean, it's only 4 corners, so the speed is very necessary here, especially through those last 2 corners. Be careful not to invalidate Mars. We all know he's a quick driver. He might be he's going to push the limits here of his Red Bull coming across the line now. Is he going to jump up a lot of positions? And he's going to jump up 17 positions because he shoots up to P1 in Q1 with a 104.4. So that's almost a pole time of D3 yesterday. He's only 4/10 clear of the pole time of yesterday in Q3, and it's only Q1 here. And he shoots up to P1 as we see Ibrahim going to P3. That's a clean lap from him as well, the D3 reserve and the D2 reserve, shooting up to P3. So I think I can confidently say he's through to Q2, but Mars is definitely through. He's on pole position at the moment, but it's only Q1, so it's not that exciting. Only this back of the pack is necessary. Only 3 drivers will be eliminated from this session. I mean, Robot Reaction got eliminated, so technically 2 drivers, because Robot Reaction died. I don't know what happened to him. But Chocolate is going to start another lap, and we see Jay Moore shooting up to P8 as he crossed the line. And Chocolate is now the only one who hasn't set a good lap yet. And he invalidates after the first corner. That must be very tough.
Indeed, he still has a lot of time to go back into the pit to get a fresh pair of tyres and come back out, set a lap. He just needs to make sure he's clean on his next lap. He's invalidated a few times. He's got a bit squirmish around some corners, so he just needs to keep it clean, keep it consistent, see what he can do.
And we have a Comms Karaoke. Hello, Comic, by the way. I've checked the tires here. It looks like Sourtop and Alex are on mediums, which I personally would not go on, because I would rather save them for the race. But it's your qualifying, you can do what you want. And we have a Comms Karaoke by Vlov, 50 Cent Pimp. Is that copyrighted? Because I don't want to sing a copyrighted song. So I don't know what I should do. So can I sing it, or I mean, I'm not sure.
Judging from the artist, it might be more than copyright.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm allowed to sing it. Comic, I don't know how much fuel you should put in. Hold up. I'm your TP, so let me just Alright.
Unfortunately, Comic, we cannot sing that song.
You mean Fluff?
Love, whoever. That's just to sing it. We can unfortunately not sing that song.
I mean, maybe we can sing that song, but I don't want to risk it, because I don't want to I don't want to get copyrighted, so I don't want to risk it.
There'd be bigger problems getting copyrighted singing that song.
One of True Series song? Okay, sure.
Chooch Sterry song. We'd have to get Chooch Sterry in here to sing that.
True. Now I'll sing it. I'll look up some lyrics because I have no clue. What song should I do? What song should I do? Should I do Start on Pole?
I Won't DNF is a very fitting song for yesterday, so you could sing that.
I won't DNF. Okay, sure. I will do that.
I'm excited for that.
Let me get some. Hold on. I need to find it. Where is it even? It's not on the HDR thingy. I have to find it in the playlist in the HDR server. Give me a second.
Chocolate is coming around the final few corners to set his lap, hoping for a more consistent one. See if he can set a time.
Is it like playlist, right? Like HDR playlist or something?
So he crosses the line to start his lap. Keep it nice and tight into turn 1. Didn't go onto the sausage curb, but it seems quite a quick corner going into the long straight up to turn 2. Goes into turn 2, wonderful.
Turn
Need to keep
3.
it nice and straight on the exit so you can get the traction down as early as possible. With good traction, you can get a massive jump up to turn 4. Turn 3. My apologies.
I think this is turn 4. Because turn
There's a
3
little
is
bit
turn 3 is the hairpin.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
what the?
as the Ferrari impedes him through the second sector, going round turn 4, which is very unfortunate. It looked like a very, very quick lap.
Alex impedes the quick man, Chocolate. Only P17, so he has to be quick into the pit lane. I made it.
Yeah.
I made it like at 1 second. I crossed the line, so I could set my pole lap. But 4 minutes should be doable, so there's no worries there.
He needs to be quick, or his hopes to be on pole might be might vanish very, very quickly. It's very, very unfortunate what's just happened.
Okay, let me find the song. Because I have no clue. There's only like 4 songs on the HDR YouTube, so I gotta like find at least one of them. But I don't see the HDR playlist should be somewhere, right? But I can't find it. Oh, here, HDR playlist. I was looking wrong. Okay, you want to do I Won't DNF?
Can do. Well, it's up to the chat, isn't it? It's not to me.
I mean, I cannot find I Won't DNF anywhere. I'm just gonna sing I'm just gonna sing this song. Okay, actually, I'll find this one. It's the best around. It's a Karate Kid. Uh,
Hmm.
it's a Karate Kid parody. So here we go. I gotta get the lyrics on too. Hold up, I don't know the lyrics. Ding in a race, you're going for first place, but you hit your brakes too late once. You damage your wing, and the time you're losing makes you think this race is a waste now. Go pit, crew, handle it, you can still succeed. Never doubt that you're the one, this will get this is win. Best around, there can always be a safety car, you're the best around. There can always be a safety car, the best around. There could always be a safety car. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh,
Pretend, because your ranking depends on your finishing position. If it's the last, because you smashed, you know, they will fast to have a mission. Spins and slides, breaks right, it will shall hurt you. Okay, I think that's enough. I don't really know what that is. It was
My ears are
beautiful.
bleeding. Evie
Okay.
goes into third sector now, setting a purple sector 2. There's a lot of traffic now around sector 3. Keeps it clean. Set a 104.3.
And it goes to P1. Wonderful job by him. People are in the danger zone, and their names are Comic and Husky. Oh, Comic not. Husky and Chocolate is, but he has a Q2 and Q3 ban. You don't have a ban, right? I mean, I'm just gonna say he doesn't have a ban, but I might be wrong. But Husky here on a quick lap in the Williams, he's 2/10 up on his own time. He has to be out here. His first race on his new steering wheel, his new Fanatec F1 kind of wheel. As 2-steery, did he ego retire or did he bin into a wall? I did not see to get any of it. But Husky in turn 4 and out turn 5. Heading into turn 6 into the final corner of sector 2. Into sector 3 he goes, and he goes off a little bit. He does not invalidate. He's up 5/10 on his own time. He's really squirmy at the moment. If he finishes lap, he will be around P11, but that definitely cost him some time. In the last final 2 corners, he does not need to invalidate. I mean, that's very bad because he is in the danger zone. Took it quite slow to not invalidate, and he goes. Yeah, he lost a lot of time, and he does not improve. I think he is out in qualifying.
Yeah, there's not going to be any time to improve unless he can send it this lap, which I highly doubt. He's low on ERS. His tyres are probably starting to overheat.
So we have Chocolate on a lap. He's P17, and he is currently in the danger zone. He says he has a Q2 and Q3 ban, but on the ban tracker he does not have anything. He has 4 penalty points, and that is it. He does not have a ban, so he needs to push flat out if he wants to go through here. What is his second sector split? It's 3/10 up and a purple sector 2, but I don't really believe it because if he finishes lap, he will only be P17 because he has a 1096. So is he going to be out here in Q1? Is he going to go through in Q1? Across the line he goes now, and he goes through to Q2, a 1048, and he shoots up to P11. Bavish is one of the final people to cross the line. He knows he's through, but is he going to try and improve on his time? A pretty fast Division 3 driver as well, and he aborts his lap. He knows he's through to Q2, and that was Q1. We have a few unlucky drivers. Flexin, Husky, and Robot Reaction are out in Q1.
Indeed. Husky, I was watching Husky then. Tried to set another lap on his Eaton ERS and his overheating tyres. He didn't go faster than his time he set, the 105.8, unfortunately, so he's out.
No Chocolate. I can triple check for you now. When I go to the when I go to D2 penalty points, I see you have Chocolate. You have 4 penalty points. You do not have anything. You don't have any penalty points, and it was last updated around 11 China, so that was before the Christmas break. So you do not have a penalty, any penalties, so you can just complete this qualifying. You can see for yourself at D2 penalty points. But okay, now I'm confused. Does he does he have a Q2 ban or not? Or not? Because Comics says something different. The ban tracker says something different. The penalty points, I mean. Go on D2 verdicts. Okay, I will check. Let me look. This was Bahrain. No, China. Yeah, moderate qualifying ban Q2 and Q3 plus 2 penalty points to Chocolate. I think it didn't. The admin didn't put that on the D2 penalty points tracker thingy, but yeah, you do have a penalty. So that was my. I think that's my bad. I didn't see that at all. So I did not know. I was just going off of the the ban tracker. But we are now in Q2. We have 3 people that have been eliminated from Q2. Vexin, Husky, and Robot Reaction. Still don't know what happened to him. He might have been into a wall or not. But the 2 Ferrari boys are going out here. Alex and K5M5. And K5M5 goes past Alex. Maybe some team orders there. Maybe not. But he goes through. He will set the first lap here in Q2. Track evolution is going to be a huge thing, so they're probably going to be in the 103s. Pole time of yesterday, D3 was a 104.0, and these D2 drivers are quicker than that. So I think here in Q2, the P1, maybe the P2, P3 will definitely be in the 103s. Maybe 103 high, maybe a 103.9, 8 maybe. And then I'm guessing the pole time is going to be somewhere around a 103.6. I'm guessing. That's my guess for
100%.
the pole time.
Yeah, quite a lot of the quick laps in D1 was set around the start to the middle of D1, Q1, sorry, where the rubber on track was at its lowest. So in Q3, when there's loads of rubber on track, track evolution has gone up. There's going to be some very quick times with the extra grip. The drivers benefit from the extra grip.
Now here, K5 is on a lap. Let me put on some telemetry, because why not? Into turn 1, looked pretty cleanly, didn't take the inside curb, and turn 2 is basically non-existent, heading up the hill into turn 3. The biggest braking zone of the track. He turns in very aggressively for Fernando Alonso style, heading into the second DRS zone. A lot of overtakes will be seen here, heading into turn 4, which you can brake very late, around the 75 meters, and then stay into 4th gear in my opinion, but he goes down into 3rd just to be sure to get that traction. Into turn 6 and 7 he goes now, and he's going to set a 44.9 in the second sector. Hopefully not invalidate on this right hand curb, and he doesn't. Heading it down to the final 2 corners, very fast 2 corners. You can destroy your lap time at these 2 corners very easily, and he goes wide, and that's the thing about Austria. You can invalidate so easily. You need only 1 corner to invalidate, and Emu goes to P1. Looks like Alex is going to finish a lap now. He does not invalidate like K5 did. He's going to go across the line to go to P1 about 1.4 seconds quicker. So I don't know what Emu did. He must have taken it slow. And Bavish goes to P2, but he just Tiger displaces Bavish onto P2. Comic goes to P4 with a 105.0. And next up across the line is Ibrahim, goes to P3, and then it will be the Mercedes of Sourtub coming across the line now, and he will go to P6. He is very close to Comic to P5. Next across the line, I think it's Vlov, but he invalidated, so he's going to go for another lap at the moment. And G-Easy has invalidated as well, so he will go for another lap. To Steri next across the line, D3 pretty quick, and he goes to P7 with a 105.1. Looks like a lot of invalidations. We have Emu going for another lap? I think so, for another lap. He's 60% ERS, and it looks like he does not have enough fuel to set another lap, so it's kind of weird. Looks like K5 will be for another lap, so we'll just stay on board with him for now, the championship contender. P2 at the moment, 40 points behind P1 in the championship. Very quick driver, trying to get the draft of the Mercedes, of the Red Bull of Dreaddude or Mars, but couldn't quite get it. Hopefully he does not invalidate in this lap as well, as he gets the traction nice and clean on this top straight into turn 4. Nicely braking late. Hopefully he can complete this lap and not bin it all in the final 2 corners. And he will go into the turn 5 and 6 and 7. Sets another purple sector, 44.91, and I think Alex did a 44.99. So he's K5M5 is a bit up, as K5M5 throws his lap away. Still, he got a squirmy on the exit. He comes across the line and he does not throw away his lap. I'm delusional. He goes to P1 with about 2 100s. That's so small of a time, but it looked like he lost the car in the final 2 corners, but he kept it nice and cleanly, and he goes to P1, and it's a Ferrari 1-2 at the moment.
Yeah, it's a very tricky corner. Yeah, you're trying to keep it quick, you're trying to keep it clean. Sometimes you do have doubts whether you'll keep it in track limits, so you do sometimes try and wrestle the car around the corner more than you want to, and it can cause you to have a little bit of a squirm like that. I believe if you didn't have that, you would have gone a lot quicker, which is very unfortunate because you threw away a very good lap there.
But still goes to P1.
Exactly. But you could have had a way faster lap. Although I don't believe he is in the elimination zone at the minute. Anyone above a 105 is probably at risk of being eliminated at this moment in time.
Definitely Emu, he needs to improve 100%. He's 7 tenths down on Tush Dairy in in last place at the moment, but there's still a lot of cars still need to set a lap, and how is that not in the validation? Dredu goes to P3. Mars closely following behind. What can he set in the other Red Bull? And he goes to P1, about a tenth, not even a tenth, like 400s, 40 milliseconds quicker than K5. So he displaces the Ferrari 1-2, and it's now a Ferrari 2-3 and a Mercedes 1-4. So people still not have set a lap. Chocolate, but he got a ban. Jay Morris, Fluff, and G-Easy, who are all in the pit lane, and we have some cars already out on out laps. I don't know what Emu's plan is, but he has to go out sooner or later. But Tushterry looking to improve, looking to go into the 104s. I think I agree with you, Racing. If you are in the 105s, low is doable, but 105.3, 105.4, you're definitely in danger.
Yeah, 100%. We've got quite a few quick drivers waiting to set their laps, as well as quite a few quick drivers that have scuffed up their laps a little bit. So I believe there's going to be quite a few high laps in a couple of minutes' time. So you really need to get out if you haven't set 104 and try and set another lap.
Yep, that is 100% true. And Tushterry looking to improve on his lap. Um, as I said, very quick driver as well, so hope he goes through into Q3. He went a little bit wide there. Is he going... Did he abort his lap? I'm not sure, because his ERS is not deploying and he's going rather slow at the moment. I think he's going out for another run. And yeah, he is. He's 1.8 seconds slower. So let's just keep an eye out on somebody else who has not set a lap time. It's G-Easy. And KJ, yes, I have looked at the championship. It's fairly close, and I've talked about it before. But if you want to talk about it again, Emu is P5. Chocolate is... Let's just start from bottom to top. Chocolate is P6 with 109 points. Closely in front is Emu with 113 points. And Vlov above only has 1 point more than Emu. 114 points. Mars is closely above that as well with 121 points, as G-Easy invalidates. So, and Mars, as I said, 121 points. It's a pretty big gap between Mars and K5. K5 has 140 points, so that's about 19-point difference. And then it's going to be a huge lead for Jay Morris up into P1. 40 points lead with 5 races to go. Something definitely has to happen dramatically to Jay Morris if he loses this championship. But there's still 5 races to go with a sprint involved, or 2 sprints, I'm not sure. So anything can happen. So just head down, trying to get that championship as quick as possible. And I'm gonna say it's very impressive that Vlov goes to P2, 5 milliseconds behind Mars, but also if Jay Morris wins this championship, a D3 championship, goes to D2, he is already shown himself as a D1 driver, and he will probably be promoted. He has been quickest overall, I mean of course because he's P1 in a championship, and if he gets this championship, it's going to be very deserving. And yeah, with a 40-point lead, that is huge for him. So, but there's still 5 races to go, so I'm not gonna say anything. But Jay Morris needs to set a lap anytime now because he invalidated again, and he might be out in qualifying because there's 4 minutes to go. He has to push flat out. I did it as well with about 4 minutes to go. I think he can still make it. About 1 minute, maybe 8 seconds, so 108 he's going to set without ERS and without the perfect grip. So I think he will still make it, but it's going to be very, very close between him and the finish line.
Yeah,
So it's going to be close for him. Or else he's out in
100%.
qualifying.
Yeah, 100%. Him and Emu both need to start setting their laps now before everyone starts coming out of the pits. It's got a higher chance of them being impeded, especially into the first corner as well. If they start setting their laps when people are coming out of the pit lane, there's a high chance of them getting impeded by someone coming out of the pit lane.
As we have a Mercedes of Sourtub and a Haas of Tiger Gamer. Out on the out lap, but let's just see here. Emu, he is a championship contender. Maybe not as much points as the rest, but he is in that championship battle. He's currently out in qualifying, so he needs to set a lap ASAP to be able to go to Q3.
Yeah,
He's going to
right
start a
now.
lap now.
Yeah, right now it's either a lap or no lap at this point. So really have to put his head down and make sure he keeps it clean.
So we're right on board here with Emu. He's currently P4, I'm guessing. Let me look. P4 in the championship. Yeah. Oh no, P5 in the championship. Only 1 point behind Vlov in P4, and he is on his hot lap. He sets a purple sector 1, 3/10 up on his time, but he's at the moment he's still P12. So he has to improve more. His first lap was probably slow, so he is going to gain a load of time in these two sectors. It looked quite clean, and
100%.
heading into turn 6 and 7 looked quite clean as well, as Alex retires from the race. Ego retires into the pit lane, and Emu now, he has to do it now or never. Is he going to be out here in qualifying, or he's going to go through into Q3? Don't invalidate Emu. That's the least that you want. He keeps it clean. He keeps it cool. Across the line he goes, and he goes to P3. He is only 1 millisecond off of Love, but I can confidently say that Emu is through to Q3.
Yeah, very clean lap. Set to 1, set to 2 were perfect. Set to 3 might have lost a little bit of time. Unsure. As Jay Morris goes out to set his out lap now.
Tiger Gamer is the next person to settle up. He's currently P8, definitely in that danger zone. As we have a Mercedes on the right hand side, goes out of this way pretty neatly. And we will see what he can cook up. And now the final 2 corners. As I said before, you can mess up your whole entire lap after these 2 corners. He keeps it in the higher gear. He got a little bit slow to traction. Across the line he goes, and he goes to P6. So he's could be in danger, but I'm not gonna say anything just yet. Let's see who else is finishing their lap. Is Tushner finishing the lap? No, he's going to complete it.
No, don't believe so, but Jay Morris is beginning his lap. This lap is going to be a very, very tense one for him. He needs to keep it nice and clean, he needs to keep it in the track limits, or it's going to be end of his Q3 ventures for him.
As we just stay on him for this entire lap, as he easy goes to P1. That is a beautiful lap from him. Good job. Next up, I think, is Bavish going to start a lap, and then the 2 Alpines going to finish a lap. As Jay Morris into turn 3 right now. Who's finishing the lap is Comic. Comic across the line he goes, and he goes to P8, so still in that danger zone, but he might be through. Ibrahim is not through the qualifying. Let's just keep an eye out on the championship leader, who's currently out of qualifying, so he needs to keep it clean at the moment, or else Diamonds will not be happy with the 2 Mercedes out in Q2. He has to do it now. He has to do it, or else he is out in Q2. That looked quite clean. Turn 6 and turn 7. Turn 8 was non-existent. Now turn 9 and turn 10 didn't really clip the curb, but he wants to play it safe. He got the traction down. Is he going to be out in Q2? Cross the line he goes, and he goes to P2, and there he is. Jay Morris on top of the world right now. He goes to Q3. The pressure was on him, but he was able to deliver. Comic is on P10. It's up to Bavish, and he goes to P3. So Comic is through, very close. Only 2/10 through him and Dreadwood. But the pressure was on Jay Morris's shoulders, but he was able to complete that lap. Congratulations to him, and we have a couple of eliminators like Dreadwood, Tushteri, Bavish, Ibrahim, and Chocolate, because he had that penalty. That was close.
Yeah, very tense qualifying, very close qualifying. There was some doubts whether people would set laps. I had some doubts on Cheesy whether he'd set a lap, as he invalidated one of his laps and went back into the pits quite late into the session. But he seems to have set a lap and quite a bloody good one.
But now it's going to be even more tense because this is the battle for pole position. And looking at the championship standings, it's going to be a tight one.
Yeah, there's not really a very clear pole contender at this moment in time. Mars has been very, very dominant through this qualifying at the minute, going P1 and P3 in both qualifyings. He definitely has the potential to take it to pole.
And he's still no predictions racing for pole position, or is it like anything can happen?
Anything can happen, really. It's been quite a spread out qualifying. There's not really been a person that's been set as really, really quick at this moment in time. There's been a few consistent people like Mars, and Jay Morris is looking very, very quick as well. But I believe anything can happen.
Comic for pole, Mars Love K5, my top 3. I mean, we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens in Q3.
Indeed.
I've no clue who's going to get pole position. Can I just add, a D3 driver, Sourtop, has been on it this entire qualifying and yesterday.
He was very, very quick in D3. He set a very quick lap going to P4. He did jump the start in the first race, but obviously that was restarted, which was lucky for him. I'm not sure how he did on the final race, but I'm sure it wasn't too bad. He looked like he was fighting for position in those races. Definitely has definitely has potential to collect points here. He's very, very quick round Austria.
I'm actually gonna be exciting to see what Sourtop can do. Every single driver in Q3 is D2, so he is definitely the underdog coming into this qualifying.
Yeah.
I'm going to be on pole position, says K5, and Mars is rooting for. Dredude is rooting for Mars, as he got out in Q2 unfortunately, but luckily his teammate is through.
Yeah. Jay Morris is still sitting in the pits as K5 starts to come out now. Jay Morris might be waiting for everyone on track to lay down some rubber before he sets his lap.
As Tiger Gamer is going to be the first driver to set the benchmark here in Q3 this evening. He's going to show everyone his pace on this first lap. Hopefully not invalidate when starting a lap, because that would be very embarrassing. But he is going to start a lap now. Into the distance he goes, and that's a very far shot of the helicopter, but he goes into turn 1, clipped the curve a little bit, got on the sausage curve a little bit. As you look into Q3, into sector 3 on the minimap, there is a ton of traffic. Yesterday as well, a lot of traffic in the qualifying in D3, but everyone seems to go for a little gap so they can calmly go for their run. Steiger Gamer up into turn 4 at the moment. Looked quite clean. Probably turn 4 is my favorite turn of the track, or maybe the 2 last corners. Like, you can gain so much time, but you can mess it up a lot as well in the meantime.
Yeah, they are very, very tricky corners to get right. So it can be hugely stressful going through there, especially if you set a good lap. That's all you can think about, which can compromise your time a little bit as well.
Now, Tiger Gamer heading down to the final corner, not impeding. He sets a time of 1:04.8, and in my opinion, that's pretty slow for a Q3 run. Next up is G-Easy. He is the second Haas driver to set a lap. Jay Morris is still in the pits. He wants everyone to lay down a little layer of rubber. No invalidation here from G-Easy. Crosses the line. Crosses the line, and he improves by 2/10. Next up is the Alpine of Comic goes to P2. Next up is Sourtub, goes to P3. Wonderful lap by him. And Mars shoots up to P1. 6 tenths different. Next up is Emu, goes to P6. And he has been lacking this entire qualifying. Next up is Vlov, down to the final corner. No invalidation there. Crosses the line and goes to pole position. Provisional pole for him, about 500ths of a second. Then goes K5 up to P3. Then Alex is the last one to cross the line, but he invalidated, so he's going for another run. But that's a huge difference between P3 and P4. That's about
Yeah.
5 tenths.
So these laps are very, very slow. They're going to want to set another lap, preferably on new tyres as well. They're not very good in contention to get some of the higher places on the grid. Very, very poor, some of them.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting the time of Emu.
No.
In my opinion, that's pretty slow, but I think
Yeah.
he is on another lap at the moment. No, he's not. He is 1.1 second down, so or he's going into the pit lane, and he does. But Alex, he invalidated on his first run. That's why you always put a little bit of extra fuel in your car to, if you mess up, you can go around again. And he does around the final 2 corners. Hopefully, no invalidation there. He tests the limits of that of turn 10 right there. Across the line he goes, and he goes to P4, and that is a pretty good time on those old tires and minimal ERS. So, good job to him. P4 at the moment.
Jay Morris goes set a lap now on the run to P on the rest to turn 2. Nice and clean through there. Gets it nice and straight on the exit. Going to be a purple first sector for Jay Morris, which is on the pace we saw. Very, very clean through turn 3. Gets it nice and straight on the exit. That's going into run into sector 3 now. See if we can set purple time around here. It's looking very, very quick on this lap. Purple sector 2 as well. He's really looking like a contender for pole at the minute. He's going up to the final 2 corners now. We know that these 2 corners are very brutal, especially for invalidations. Hopefully he can keep it clean. He goes down to 6th gear now. Into the final corner. Keep it clean. He keeps it nice and tidy, going into run to the line. As Jay Morris goes to 4th, sets a 1:04.2. Looks like he messed up his last sector quite a bit because his first and second sector were purples. They look very, very quick.
Jay Morris is only fast enough for P4. He splits the 2 Ferraris in half, but in my opinion, there's still pace left to find for Jay Morris.
Yeah, 100%.
I think he still has a extra lap in him.
It seemed he lost a lot through this 3rd sector, especially. It seemed he could have pushed the limits a little bit more of his car, as his 1st and 2nd sector were very, very dominant, very, very clean.
Wait, do I have J-Dude left? Do I even have him added? I'm not sure. I don't. He needs to add me though if he wants an invite. I'm not sure if he just left just to leave, but when all that's happened, Tiger Gamer going to set his 2nd lap. He was the first one to set a lap in this qualifying session. Got a 1:04.8 and he improves about 3 tenths, so it will be a 1:04 about 0.3 or 0.4 depending on how this last sector goes.
Yeah, he needs to have a stonker of the last sector because those times aren't looking efficient at the moment. So
coming across the line, and he goes to P5. He improves about 2 tenths in the last last sector actually. So
not
that's
too
not a bad lap from him as well. P5 for him.
Salatub's on his out lap as well, ready to set a lap. So he's approaching sector 3 now. Going to kick off his lap right here. See if you can try and keep it nice and tidy. Try not to invalidate going onto your lap, which would be extremely embarrassing. Keeps it nice and clean there. Could have got a better run, could have got better traction. But overall, it's quite a good exit. He goes to turn 1 now. He goes nice and deep on the inside, keeping it nice and tidy, not squaring at all. Trying to use the full width of the track on the straight. He brakes hard into turn 2 there in the second gear, keeping it nice and straight on the exit, making sure you can get the traction down quickly and early. It's got a very long run down to turn 3. Some very sharp braking zones around this track. So you can really work on these tyres.
And I'm not sure what happened to
Looking very clean. It sets a purple sector 2. D3 driver sets a purple sector 2 in a D2 race. His pace is looking very, very strong. Just needs to keep it clean through sector 3. Keeps it in the high gears. Keeps it nice and tidy, doesn't invalidate. As he goes on to 7th, seems he lost quite a bit of time through the 3rd sector. Possibly the 1st.
Could also be a glitch still, because it was a purple sector 2, but he was 60 milliseconds up on like down on his time. So
yeah,
I think it's a glitch, but he improves.
He might have just had a very, very poor sector 1.
Could be. Could also just that he cooked sector 2. We don't know, but I think his qualification is over. We have a few pole contenders out on the track. Alex is on the out lap. I think Emu, he's on the quick lap, so we'll just stay on board with him. He is P10 at the moment, not the qualifying that he wants, because I know he can go quicker, and he goes about almost 2/10 quicker than his time. And he goes onto the back straight, heading down to turn 4. Sharp right-hander, brakes around the 75 meters. Switches the car around with a little drift as he goes into turn 6 and 7. Also pretty easy to mess up or go wide or invalidate. Keeps the tires nice on that green little part of the track, and he improves by 5/10 in sector 2 alone. So can he jump up a couple positions if he doesn't invalidate here, coming down to the last corner? He does not invalidate. Where can Emu stand on the grid? And he shoots up the P3, 8.6 of an improvement, and that's where I saw him. Emu was not performing at all in this qualification, but he shoots up the P3, and I think he can be happy about that. But he might lose a couple positions because everybody is on an outlap now to set quicker laps, because track evolution is huge around here. Alex now is the first of the last to set a lap. I mean, Sourtop was the first of the last, but now is Alex. Now Alex is the first of the last. Currently P7, looking to improve. The qualification here is super close, 7/10 around everyone. I mean, that seems a lot, but it's really close as he improves around 2/10. If he can stick this lap together, if he gets a banger sector 3, he could be on for pole position here. Alex, no invalidations, kept it clean. Across the line he goes, and he goes to P4. He outperforms his teammate at the moment, but we have a lot of drivers on the track right now. Jay Morris going to start a lap. G-Easy is going to finish a lap. His final run, P9 at the moment, as he invalidates right there. K5M5 across the line. Is he going to go pole position across the line? And he goes to provisional pole as Tiger Gamer jumps him in 1.7/10. Next up is Comic. Across the line he goes to go P8, but what a lap from Tiger. I did not see that coming. A 1.7/10 lead. Who is next across the line? It's Vlov, but he messed up, so he will not complete his final run. Who else is going to complete it is Mars, a very quick driver as well, but he's currently down on his time, 60 milliseconds. He needs a banger of a sector 3 if he wants good positions here. Down to turn 9 and down turn 10, just throws the car around. Can he do it? Mars across the line, he shoots up the P3. Wonderful stuff by him. Next up is a McLaren of Emu, who is still setting a lap, I think, and it's going to be P5 for him. Next up is a Mercedes of J Morris, goes to P5, replaces him, and is that it? I think that is your qualifying. Tiger Gamer is on pole position. Yeah. I did not see that happen. Or is he? Yes, he is. K5M5 is 25 seconds down.
K5 is definitely not on a lap there.
No.
That was absolutely wonderful. That was an absolutely wonderful lap from Tiger Gamer there. 1.7 tenths up.
Tiger
One of these.
Gamer.
Oh, wow.
F1 Mad has gone mad. His driver is on pole position. He must be absolute buzzing at the moment to have a driver on pole position. That is wonderful to see. And Tiger Gamer not expected, of course, and he goes to pole position. So that's a pretty shock to us as well.
Yeah,
K5 pretty close behind, but Mars also pretty close behind K5. J Morris looking was to improve to P5. I mean that that was so unexpected.
yeah, 100%. Looking at all the times from Q1 and Q2, we expected someone like Mars to be on the front spot of the grid. Tiger Gamer looked dominant through the qualifying, but really, really didn't look like he'd set a pole like that. That was an absolutely wonderful lap.
A banger of leg. Look at that. Absolute beautiful. 1.7 tenths. That is huge
Yeah,
around here.
indeed.
A nice rounded up number as well. 103 and an 800. That's just satisfying to see, especially with this fine margins of like thousandth of a second. So that's really good. But now this was only qualifying. But it looks like Tiger Gamer has used all of his soft tires. So that's interesting. But now we have a pretty long race ahead of us as well. It's about 39 laps, I think. I think 39 or 36. Not sure. As we wait now, hopefully nobody readies up like yesterday, because that was quite annoying. Because some of people wants to get a drink, or you're never gonna know. So hopefully nobody readies up. They follow the rules. Hopefully I don't hear a ticking sound in 2 seconds. As I just quickly look. Alright. As we wait for everyone, or wait for the players, we're gonna get a notification soon of the admin, probably Robot Reaction or Mars or whoever. There's going to probably be 2 minutes, 3 minutes of downtime
Yeah,
in the
100%.
meanwhile.
The drivers need that as well to discuss their race strategy. Race strategies around here are very, very mixed between the drivers. Usually it's a lot of hards to mediums or mediums to hards. Obviously, mediums can give you quite a good grip off the race start and catapult you up the order. So you'd have more of an advantage on your opponents as you go into the pits to box for hards, which will last you for the rest of the race. Obviously, softs aren't really the way to go around here. They deteriorate very quickly, especially if you me when you accidentally put your time trial setup on. But yes, they deteriorate very, very quickly around here, especially when you're trying to wrestle them around corners to keep in track limits. They deteriorate very, very quickly. So softs are not the tire you want to go on from the start, especially on such a race like this.
As we have, as I said, 2 minutes of downtime. Now 1 minute. 2028 when the race starts.
So in 1 minute.
Yeah, 1 minute. That's what I meant. And we're about to start readying up now for this Austrian GP. It's going to be a lot of overtakes, hopefully a lot of action as well. Hopefully no incidents, because that's always beautiful to see.
100%.
Yes, because
D3 did look quite clean, so hopefully they can replicate that today.
hopefully they can, as we have, I'm guessing, 12 more seconds to go. Going back, won't be controlling the car. Game. Yeah, the default strategy is mediums to hards, but sometimes AI can be stupid and go like softs to hards, or stupid strategies like that will not work. But you know what does work? The 5 lights will work. It's 5 lights out, lights here in Austria, and it's lights out, and away we go. Does Tiger Gamer get a good start? I cannot switch faster than this as he stays into P1, into turn 1 he goes. K5M5 almost loses a position of Mars here with a big battle behind. Mars switches to the outside for turn 3, and it's going to be 3 wide here. Beautiful picture. K5 losing 2 positions, almost 3 positions in one corner. Jay Morris jumping up 2 positions in one corner. A little bit of a wheel bang scratch in the back, and Emu and Vlov are out of the session as we have a big crash in the background. What happened?
What happened there? I'm not 100% sure either. Looks like they probably came together around the corner, might have got pushed into each other. There were quite a lot of cars next to each other, so they could have just been pushed into each other just in the heat of the moment there. Very, very unfortunate by 2 contenders for the race win. As Tiger Gamer sets off a very, very good lead by 1.2 seconds. Hopefully you can keep that. As a safety car is deployed, so that lead is now diminished. It would not benefit you to pit underneath the safety car at this moment in time. It seems like the strategies are mediums to hards, mediums to hards. There are a few hards to mediums, it looks like.
Somebody said in D2 chat, I think, like somebody about killing Vlov, and it actually happened. I don't know if Emu is an assassin or not, but that looked really weird. Them just shooting around my screen, and I thought it was just like a little oversteer moment, but it was actually 2 cars, 2 very, very fast cars, heading straight into a barrier. But that's unfortunate as well, because they're gonna lose a lot of positions in the championship, which you do not want. But this gives me a good time to talk about the tire strategy. Can I have a little bit of who cooked on the start? Or I do. Looks like Dreaddude got 5 positions up. K5M5 losing like 3 positions, now 2 positions, but it looks like 3 positions on the into turn 3, because that was a beautiful shot of 3 wide, and K5 didn't see the urge to stick with that 3 wide and just backed out.
Yeah,
of that little.
It's not worth sticking a wheel in, especially this early into the race. Anything can happen, so you try to keep it clean, keep yourself in the race, keep your front wing on, and just leave it like that.
Sometimes you have to sacrifice for the greater good, and K5 sacrificed 2 positions, but he is still alive in this race, so anything can still happen, because it's not a virtual safety car.
Yeah, he could have traded in 2 positions for a lost front wing, which would have been more devastating for him. Obviously, with the safety car, it wouldn't have mattered too much, but obviously, yeah, there's a lot of positions lost, and hards are just not going to make it to the end right now.
The good thing about the medium runners, they don't have to use their tires a lot. They can, because they're behind the safety car, they can just take a chill on their tires. You know, they don't have to push. You know, that's why they last longer than the normal race distance or medium distance. So this will take a beat on the hard runners, because then the mediums will be faster and maybe longer than the hard runners, but depends if you push, depends if you get on every curve that you see. You know, you're never gonna know.
Yeah, by the time the medium runners go in for their stop, their tyres are still going to be quite fresh into the safety car. It's really can let them warm up their tyres, preserve them nicely, which is really just a kick in the back for the hard runners who have expected to run late into the race and then box for a quicker tyre. But this has really just ruined their strategy, making medium runners more dominant over them.
But we're gonna go racing here in Austria again. Tiger was on pole, he stayed there, got a pretty decent lead, but then the first safety car came out on lap 1. A very silly crash in my opinion. Don't know what happened there, but we'll definitely see that in the incidents. But Tiger got pole, he is controlling the pack now. Jay Morris cooked on the start, let's see if he can cook some more on the restart. But Tiger is controlling everyone, slowing everyone down to hopefully fast enough so they don't have to back into each other, and that would looked really weird, but that was EA just lagging in the background. But the green flags are waving. Tiger Gamer has gone full throttle, and we are go in Austria for the safety car restart. And who is pretty close? K5 is pretty close on Mars on board with him now. Can he try and make a move down the straight from turn 2 into turn 3 maybe? Nobody seems close enough to make a move, but we all know he's P2 in the championship. He's a very, very fast driver. Can he try and make a move as there's contact between him and Mars? He didn't see Mars braking that early, but now Comic is all over the back of him, burning ERS down the inside. Can he jump up a position? And Comic has overtaken K5. He's still side by side with him. And he has done it. Comic on those hard tires on the restart has overtaken K5, and in that process he moved up a place. Beautiful move from Comic. He goes into P4 with those hard tires, so that's huge for him for the strategy. But now K5 is still not done with him. He's still all over the back of him, trying to get revenge. Maybe DRS will be activated not this lap, I think, but next lap. As Tiger sets the fastest lap, of course, but now K5 here looking for a dummy into turn 1. Didn't do it because that's a really bad overtaking spot down the back straight. He is in that slipstream, not burning any ERS like Comic did, and he's not gonna make a move now as well. But he stays as there's a little bit of a squabble behind him. Sourtop and Dreaddude got pretty close to each other, but didn't really go for a move. Looks like everyone is still bunched up together, so that's good to see. No crashes or gaps forming because of incidents there. That's really good to see. Comic is still P4. He's still in the DRS, still in that 1 second, but as I saw there, he got a little bit squirmy on the exit. Lost 2 tenths there, but looking to stay in that DRS because that would be huge for him.
Yeah, it seems that Tiger Gamer has a lot less ERS than J Morris right now. Seems that Tiger is trying to use it to keep ahead of J Morris. Well, J Morris is preserving his ERS, which will give him the advantage later on in the race.
G-Easy is heading into the pit lane. Could it be wing damage? Because I don't see myself pitting on 5-lap old mediums, but I can see K5 overtaking Comic into turn 3. He's looking to take that DRS from that other straight as well, and he got the DRS, and there's wheel banging in there, there's contact. Comic got taken out by K5, and he losing a lot of positions. This is unbelievable. Comic has such a good position, and he's dropped all the way to the back, and it's another unfortunate incident from him. But now Sourtub looking to overtake 3 D2 drivers on the outside, but look at his ERS level, it's super low, so he cannot really overtake him here. So he can't really do it because he does not have DRS as well. But that's the second person that got taken out. Comic got taken out. I think it was a little bit of a miscommunication between him. Did Comic leave enough space or did he not? Did K5M5 just touch them on the rear and just span him out? We don't know. We're gonna have to see in the incidents. But looks like there's a big gap forming between P1 and P4. I mean P1 to P3 is in 1 second, but behind that Dreaddude is 2.5 seconds behind J Morris.
Wing damage, and he's gone to soft tyres, which is a very, very weird strategy. I thought he'd try and go as hard and run to the end of the race, but it seems like he's trying to catch up with the soft tyres. Obviously they're going to lose grip very, very quickly around this circuit.
As we switch over to this lovely front battle lead, as I didn't notice that K5 of Mars jumped ahead of K5, must have used the DRS well and the ERS. Tiger Gaming is holding his nerve up into P1. He knows there's 2 very dangerously fast drivers behind him, but he's keeping his cool and he's still not out of the DRS, but he will stay there for a little bit longer, I think, or not if Mars puts up the ERS, and as Dreaddude is the first one to gain 3 seconds of penalties. Can Mars do it on this long straight? I don't think so. Can J Morris do it? But what I see there? Mars has I mean, Tiger is flashing from the
Again,
rear of
was
his
really,
car.
really burning through his ERS trying to stay ahead of these two very, very dominant drivers behind. Mars and J Morris both had loads and loads of ERS, while Tiger Gamer has less than 10%, as we can see by the flashing lights. He's really, really using his ERS to try and stay ahead, but I just don't think he has the pace to stay ahead for much longer.
He is in a very dangerous spot now, but the gap is increasing between Dreaddude and J Morris. It's at 3.4 seconds now, so they gained 1 whole second in 1 lap. I think there might be something wrong with Dreaddude, maybe contact, I'm not sure, but we'll keep our eyes on this front pack. Jesus, front pack. Front pack at the moment, because something is telling me that Mars is going to take this lead of the race on lap
Yeah.
9 on the straight. Brakes so much later than Tiger Gamer, but the exit has been compromised by him braking so late. And there's a safety car again because Husky has crashed. There's
Well,
another safety car, and this is huge for Tiger Gamer, so he can
yeah,
build up on his ERS.
100%. But if he's going to keep on using his ERS like he just has then, he's going to be extremely far behind. It seems that he's really, really pushing to try and stay ahead. His tyres are going to be screaming and suffering right now, whilst Mars and J Morris are chilling out back, just waiting for him to make a mistake. Obviously, we've seen quite a lot of incidents into turn 2. It can be very, very risky to dive bomb down there. Both of the incidents in this race that we've seen with Comic and with
K5.
Flov and Emu, yeah, Comic, K5, Flov and Emu have all been into turn 2. Some very opportunistic dives, obviously trying to claim position. K5 is under pressure trying to claim position from Comic, and it just didn't go well at all. As this safety car is really, really going to work well for G-Eazy, but he's been pushing so hard on those soft tyres that the soft tyres are going to be screaming and crying. Hopefully he should be pitting for Haas and try and go to the end of the race from using his safety car.
I don't think there will be any pit stops this race, or this safety car, I mean. Because there's only been 10 laps, and we have a pit stopper. We have Twoosh Dairy into the pit lane. Damage, maybe? Do you know?
Possibly. There are a few people pitting. Don't believe it's damage. I believe they're just trying to pit for Haas and go to the end of the race. It would comprise the front runners quite a lot to pit and try and get to the end of the race on Haas. But for some of the back markers, it could work well for them if they could preserve their tyres and keep them in working condition until the end. There are 26 laps left, so it is possible.
Chocolate pitted onto the hard tires as well. Rubber Reaction, interestingly, put on the soft tires. Did he have an extra set of softs, or is he using his qualifying soft tires?
It appears he has a new set of softs.
New set?
Yeah, new set of softs. There's G-Eazy boxes for hards, like I mentioned there. He's probably looking to run to the end of the race. This should really, really clutch on his earlier misfortunes. With what looks like some wing damage that he got from a incident. Unsure what happened, but I'm sure he is cheering right now as he has as he is in contention of getting some points. And if the race goes on like it did now, we'll see a lot more drivers getting taken out, and everyone could be in the points. It looks like.
Safety car will be out for 1 more lap, so that's how much time G-Eazy has to catch up. It's about 20 seconds, and there's like 5 straights on this track, so it could be difficult. But when the safety car in this lap sign goes up, he might have some time to catch up. But he already caught up a bunch of time now. Hopefully he can't catch up, because that would be pretty embarrassing if everyone goes racing and you're still 15 seconds behind the pack. So you're just standing there driving pretty.
Yeah, he does look like he's going to make it, but obviously his tyre wear is going to be a little bit down than they'd like to if he was just chilling at the front behind the safety car. From 12th down, they've all pitted underneath this safety car. Obviously, the front runners don't see the bonus, but they're probably looking for another safety car. If it goes like it has, there is definitely going to be another safety car, which they're going to be able to bank on and have an easy pit.
This is very interesting because there's 10 laps on those mediums and on those hards, but the pack behind, definitely Chocolate is a very fast driver, and he's on brand new fresh tire. So I think he will be P1 net P, or if Trusteri, I think Trusteri is net P1 at the moment if all the pit stops are happening, and that's a very, very, very late call of the safety car in this lap. But Tiger is going to control the pace once more. He's going rather quick, in my opinion. He needs to get the grid backed up a little bit. He wants to go early, but it's kind of scuffed as the safety car in this lap right now, and I think he has a dream start. He's already 7/10 clear of Mars, but behind Alex is very close behind Dreaddude with that 3-second penalty down the inside. Then there's contact between them, a little touch on the rear back right tire of Dreaddude. Can he try and make a move up into turn 3? Dreaddude trying to go defensive, but Alex wants to go down the inside, and he goes down the inside. Can he do it? Down the inside on Dreaddude. Traction race at the moment with those 11 lap old mediums. They're both burning ERS. Can Alex make a move here into turn 4 as Dreaddude goes onto the gravel? A little bit luck up from Alex. Couldn't quite make the move on Dreaddude, and that will cost him time as the gap is already 1.3 seconds.
Yeah. From looking at the front now, it looks like Mars and Jay Morris are burning a little bit of VRS trying to keep up with Tiger Gamer. Seems like he got an absolutely wonderful start. It looked like Mars didn't expect him to go that early, that quickly. Mars probably thought he'd go on the straight, which he didn't. It took Mars quite a long time to realise that, so he's been put in the dust. But obviously the slipstream is very powerful on this game, so he's going to be back in position very, very soon. It looks like he might be going for the position into turn 2. It's going to be a dive bomb. It looks like. But obviously, as we've seen with a few other people, the dive bombs into turn 2 aren't very clean. So he needs to try and keep his hands clean. He's trying not give anyone damage. As he doesn't go for the move, he sticks it behind very nicely. Keeping it behind. DRS should be activated next lap.
As there's been a lot of position changes, as there's been huge gaps forming on Comic and K5, and I believe, Dreaddude on J Morris. So I'm not sure what happened into turn 1 there, but that looks very, very, very weird on my end because Comic has lost a bunch of time. I think G-Eazy is impatient and wants to go move up places, as he is, by the way, wrapping up the grid at the moment. He's already P8 with those fresh hearts, so his strategy is working at the moment, but he is impatient. He wants to go around, get the position like right now, so that maybe cost him an incident, but I'm not sure yet. What I missed was Alex and K5 now switching positions. I think some team orders, but Alex and Comic now and Sourtub got 3-second time penalties.
Yeah, as DRS is enabled into this lap, Mars is very, very close to Tiger Gamer as he gets a wonderful launch using a little bit of ERS there, right in the slipstream with his DRS. There was a lot of time penalties at this moment in time as well. As Mars just sticks it behind Tiger Gamer, who takes it a little bit wide into turn 3, which might have compromised on his time a little bit there. J Mars just sat at the back watching, waiting for them to make a mistake.
Pretty interested when I come to the back straight. I'll go to the front pack, but these three people have been switching positions constantly. Dreaddude is being the team player maybe, or just defending with his life of K5, because K5 is hunting Dreaddude down as Ibrahim gets a 3-second penalty. But this is what I wanted to mention. But what I also want to mention is here Mars is incredibly close. He is inside, basically on the gearbox of Tiger. I think Tiger could be burning. Yes, he is burning a crap ton of ERS. And maybe pit stops happening. Sourtub enters the pit lane properly for some hearts. And Mars almost hits the rear, as I think Tiger Gamer ghosted a little bit, but this gives J Morris the chance to just chill behind them. Mars is looking incredibly quick at the moment, but those pit stop phases will come any second, around lap 16 maybe, and then 20 laps on the hard tires. Look like a very decent strategy. But it's going to be who's going to be in the pit lane now and who's going to be net P1, and it's probably going to be G-Eazy as he moves up another position. He's cooking at the moment.
G-Eazy is very, very quick at the moment, and so is Tiger Gamer. He's got a lot of straight line speed, but that might be due to the fact he's eating through his ERS at the minute. He's currently got 20% ERS. He tries to do fend off Mars. Yet Mars and J Morris are both preserving their ERS lovely. Mars has got 75%, and J Morris has got 65%. Versus Tiger's 20%. So they're going to have they are going to have the advantage in the long term, whilst Tiger's fighting to stay ahead.
As Dreadwood and Dreadwood and Alex are switching positions into turn 1, and now again, as we switch over to them, man, look at this battle, man. This midfield battle is to die for. There's about 7 cars or so in this pack, and Alex came out on top. Finally overtook Dreadwood, but G-Eazy is looking incredibly fast behind them as well. The front runners is about undercut territory, so maybe pit stops this lap, or maybe not, but G-Eazy on those 6-lap old cars is definitely quicker than Dreadwood. Look at that traction he's getting. He's definitely quicker, and he's definitely losing time compared to the front runners. Could there be another pit stop?
He is very, very quick, but yeah, he needs to remember that his tyres aren't going to last forever. As Tiger Gamer goes into the pit for a fresh set of, I'm going to guess, hards. Gets it nice and tidy. As Mars goes into the lead now, Mars is going to be looking for a very, very good in lap if he's going to go in this lap. He's really, really pushing to try and get the overcut. Whatever.
Looks like G-Eazy can't really get past Dreadwood, even though he's on much fresher tires. As Twoosterry wanting to make a move. This is the moment of Twoosterry as he takes the position of P2 in the championship of D2. This is a wonderful sight to see as he got a little oversteer moment, but this is beautiful. Even though he has 7 lap old hards compared to 16 lap old mediums, this is beautiful to see. Twoosterry up a place to P7. He does have a penalty though, so that's unfortunate for him, but he is cooking at the moment, and it looks like Tiger Gamer got a lovely gap between him and Ibrahim, so he can push flat out, maybe prevent this undercut on the front runners. Who's going to go into the pit lane now? No one is going into the pit lane of the front runners.
Mars is probably feeling quite good in his tyres. Mars and J Morris weren't really pushing as much as Tiger Gamer, who was probably really, really suffering as he was pushing really, really hard. Tiger Gamer comes out in an optimum position where he's not in any traffic, but if he keeps on with his pace, he's going to catch up with the back markers very quickly and getting a lot of traffic as he tries to overtake them, giving Mars and J Morris the advantage. As Mars is absolutely burning his ERS now to try and get a good in lap. He's on 10% ERS. As J Morris is also burning his ERS, but he's been a lot more preservative with it.
Oh my god, Twoosterry is an absolute menace as he beached on the curb there. He overtook Chocolate and K5 in 2 laps as he is under attack from Chocolate now again. He wants to make it 3 wide into turn 4. This cannot go right as he goes a little bit wide, and Twoosterry loses positions at the moment as G-Eazy goes through. He is net P1 at the moment. There's a big battle of net P1s at the moment. Chocolate, Twoosterry and G-Eazy. Twoosterry, in my opinion, is absolutely cooking at the moment, but he fell down just a little bit there. He's under pressure of Comic, closely behind, without DRS. He's on 17 lap old hard tires, so those tires are not really that great, I can tell you that. As G-Eazy gets 3 seconds, that's going to be huge for the long run, as Dreadwood goes into the pit lane. Mars and J Morris still not into the pits.
Yeah, they must be loving their tyres at the minute, as they weren't really pushing much at the front. As Tiger Gamer begins to enter traffic now, it could be a massive problem as he tries to make dive bombs in a desperate effort to keep on the pace, which can compromise his race entirely, ruin his chances of a first place finish.
As Twoosterry up to P4 in a D2 race. He is net P2 at the moment. He is absolutely cooking. He overtook Chocolate. Chocolate didn't have DRS, but that didn't matter for Twoosterry. Twoosterry is burning the heck out of his ERS, just trying to get him out of the DRS. Comic closely following behind, but this is wonderful to see, like a D2, D3 driver up into P4, like actually overtaking very fast D2 drivers. So
yeah,
this is
as
wonderful
Mars
to see.
And J Morris are both in the pits this lap, we're going to see if Tiger Gamer can stay ahead, as it looks like he might be able to. There's a few drivers going into the pits as well, most notably Comic as well.
Can
Mars had a very, very quick pit stop.
Can Tiger get P1 here, or not P1, but he undercutted Mars and Jay Morris by so much time. I'm guessing like 5 seconds or something, but
Yeah.
he has 3 lap older, so that's a little bit that's not good, of course.
Yeah,
but
he has 3 lap older tyres and he's probably been pushing them to their limits. They are probably crying right now, so they're probably not going to be nice in the long run. Mars and J Moss will probably be able to catch up to him in the last few laps of this race and take the lead.
As we have a nice little scrap here, Sherry and Chocolate up in this turn 6 and 7. Is Chocolate gonna go for the switchback? Can he do it? No, he cannot really. Sterry and G-Easy and K5 behind to have 3-second penalties, or maybe more. Speaking of that, now everyone has 3 seconds except of Sourtub, who has 8. Don't know how you can do that. Oh yeah, 5 seconds speeding in the pit lane and then 3 seconds.
Yeah, J Morris and Mars are looking very, very strong, setting purple sectors, overtaking the pack very, very nicely. As Tiger Gamer has about a 3-4 second lead to them, but I can't imagine that will last very long.
As we have K5M5 looking to overtake Chocolate into turn 3, maybe a dive bomb. No, he backs off just a little bit. Didn't really want to make the move, but Robot Reaction is incredibly close behind that as well, and incredibly close behind that is Tiger Gamer, who is looking to take more positions as he goes on, and Chocolate on the inside of Sterry. A little bit of wheel banging, slow around turn 4. Is Sterry gonna lose another position of K5M5? Yes, he is. Sterry into turn 6, still on the inside. Can he hold it? He's still there, but he has to concede that position. Sterry is falling back just a little bit on those 11 lap hold hards. K5M5 has a pretty good strategy, but he has to get off of those mediums pretty much as soon as he can, or he's going for a medium soft run, which I can't really imagine. As Bavish goes into the pit lane, is K5M5 going for a move into turn 1? No, he is going to stay behind, get a good exit, but he realizes Twoosh was there. He gets beached onto the curb a little bit. Can K5M5 make a move? Look at this scrap. 3 wide, maybe into turn 3, and it is 3 wide into turn 3. And can I get a better POV, please? Thank you very much. K5 still battling with Chocolate, but here goes Sterry again on the outside of K5M5. Can he make a move into turn 4? He touches Chocolate just a little bit, but cannot really quite make that move done or make it stick. Sterry looking to take P2. He is onto the podium, and if K5 boxes anywhere of these lap, then he can have fresh tires, but it's going to be horrible for him through these corners. If he can stay in the DRS, nice, but those tires are going to be screaming. As Tiger Gamer actually overtakes. Oh wait, yeah, because K5 is heading into the pit lane, as I said. So Tiger Gamer has the advantage at the moment. Sterry is incredibly close to Chocolate, as Chocolate beats on the curb just a little bit. This gives Sterry the time and the DRS and the slipstream, but here comes Tiger Gamer. I thought he was going to go for a double whammy into turn 3, but that was not the case. He got onto the gravel and got scared off a little bit. Now Sterry up into P2. Tiger Gamer looking to take the position of Chocolate, and on Sterry maybe? No, gets denied of Chocolate, who wants to take the position of Sterry again. This is a wonderful scrap as Sterry off the track he goes and losing 2 positions, maybe 3 positions in one turn. Tiger Gamer is on the podium at the moment with way better tires than Chocolate. Can he try and get in front of him, as he's losing a lot of time between him and G-Easy? Can Tiger Gamer make a move in turn 9 and 10? Yeah, he is. That's a beautiful move, as there's been a little bit of a confusion. Chocolate going into the pit lane for maybe some mediums, maybe some softs, which is an interesting strategy. But we'll let him do his thing, and we'll switch over to Jay Morris, as he has overtaken Mars actually in the meantime that this has all been happening. So he is definitely in contention for the lead only 12 laps to go, and he is already in the DRS of Tiger Gamer. I think F1 Matt is buzzing right now because it's a Haas 1-2.
Yeah. But Tiger Gamer's really burned for his ERS now, trying to stay ahead of some of the drivers he's been battling with, whilst Jay Morris has a very good ERS. He was able to get ahead of Mars and a couple of drivers in one turn with the little kerfuffle into turn 3 last lap. He was able to get about 2-3 positions in one turn, which is very good. As he's closing in on Tiger Gamer now, Tiger Gamer's continue burning that ERS down the straight to try and stay ahead of him. But Tiger Gamer isn't really keeping it very clean compared to Jay Morris, who has a very good chance of leading this race.
Jay Morris is hunting down Tiger Gamer as he goes wide just a little bit, hopefully not gonna penalty, because that would be hurting his race so much, as this is for, of course, every race for the championship, but this is every race is important as Mars slots back in behind him. So I think it's a battle for Mars and Jay Morris for this lead, for the lead of the race. As Jay Morris, can he try and make a move? Not really. Mars is incredibly close behind that as well. Tiger Gamer, as you said, Rayson does not have any ERS, but Jay Morris has the DRS on Tiger Gamer.
Yeah, Tiger Gamer's really fighting to stay ahead. His ERS management at this moment in time is trying to deploy all of it on the straights and preserve it through the corners, try and gain as much as he can through the corners, which is quite smart from him, as it seems to be keeping him ahead. But Jay Morris and Mars both have a lot of disposable ERS, so theoretically they could keep it on for an entire lap to try and get ahead of him.
As Mars is hunting for this win, you can see it in his eyes. Mars is trying to hunt down Jay Morris, wanting to go in front of him, but comparing the ERS levels of them, 71 of Jay Morris and 44 of Mars is pretty big of a difference. But now can Jay Morris have a chance into turn 3 for the move into turn 2? We got a really bad exit. Can Mars gain a position from this? No, he cannot really, as it's still very close behind of Tiger Gamer, but could not really make a move. Alex Want is closing in behind Mars as well, as Comic and Tush Theory are switching around positions. Tush needs to get all of those 16 lap old hards, which are probably screaming right now, as Tiger got a little bit of a squirmy exit. Can Jay Morris maybe get the traction down of this left-hander? Not really, as Mars losing like 2/10. Never mind, he gained 2/10 again. That's how close you are.
Mars is really trying to overtake Jay Morris, but he needs to look at the bigger picture here. He needs to look at his tyre wear, he needs to look at his ERS management, and realise that Jay Morris has been much more preservative with his tyre wear and his ERS. So he has the overall advantage over Mars. Yet Mars is trying to is having a peek down the inside, as Jay Morris goes to fend off the inside there quickly, as he gets a nice clean run into turn 1 up the straight now. As he gets a beautiful run on Tiger Gamer, as he appears to be deploying none of his ERS. As he has a little look down the inside, as he looks down the inside, he makes a very clean overtake on Tiger Gamer into turn 1, as he has net P1 at this moment in time. It's a very clean move.
Jay Morris up into P2. Tiger Gamer losing positions. Mars behind is not really happy about that, because this puts a car between him and Jay Morris, which loses time of Mars, of course, if he doesn't get past Tiger Gamer this lap, as he wants to go make a move into turn 6 and 7 combination, but didn't quite get it. And can he make a move now, though? The DRS getting deployed? No, he really can't really make the move here, because it's pretty dangerous. But the gap is already 1 second. Tiger Gamer is holding off Mars, which Mars is not happy about. Mars on the straight now. Is he going to make a move on turn 2, maybe turn 3? Probably, because he wants to get back ASAP.
Yeah. He needs to get back to try and get a run on Jay Morris. And Tiger Gamer is really using his ERS, as Mars sends it round the outside into as he gets a clean run into turn 2 there, right in front of Tiger Gamer. Tiger Gamer is now out of contention of leading and winning this Grand Prix, which is absolutely devastating for him. But in the bigger picture, it wasn't really expected, as with his ERS management, it showed that he was really trying to stay ahead of those two, and those two were going to get ahead. one time or another. As G-Eazy is far in the lead, but his lead has been deteriorating very, very quickly over the last 10 laps on his 18 lap Haas compared to the 8 lap Haas for Mars and Jay Morris. He's also burning a lot of ERS trying to stay ahead, which is not going to work for him in the long run. Mars and Jay Morris are going to start getting a slipstream from G-Eazy as well, which is going to help them slowly pull him in.
If I were them, I would have helped each other, Mars and Jay Morris I'm speaking to gain their ERS, to overtake each other each lap, to help them gain time to G-Eazy as Mars peaking on the inside but cannot make a move. In my opinion, they cannot afford to lose time, as G-Eazy already losing 5 tenths, 6 tenths to Jay Morris. That's how big the tire degradation is, and how strong new tires are. Jay Morris and Mars are still battling for the win, because you want to be ahead to win this race, because that's where you want to be, P1, if you want to get 25 points. And if you get P1, you win the race, and that means that everyone behind you does not win the race. So it's still very much of a battle of P1, Mars and Jay Morris. G-Eazy already losing so much time on the rest. Look, the 19 lap old hards are yielding down 1.4, 1.3, and Mars is getting closer and closer to Jay Morris as well. But the ERS management for Mars is a little bit worse than Jay Morris, because 70 on Jay Morris and 46 on Mars.
Yeah, Jay Morris is just quite quick right now. They are probably looking, as Mars has a look down the inside but doesn't act on it, as they are probably looking to just race their own race. The gap is deteriorating so quickly, they're probably not looking to sacrifice any time trying to work with each other. They know for a fact they're going to get right up G-Eazy's gearbox in the next 1 or 2 laps, as they're going to be in the DRS for the next straight as well.
As we see Chocolate retiring from the race, and in China they had a 1-2, and now in Austria it's a double DNF for Alfa Romeo, and that is absolutely gutting for KJ. But now Mars is just peaking in his gearbox. He easily gets another 3 seconds. Looking at the penalties now, oh, there's a lot of 6
there
seconds,
are a lot
3
of
seconds.
penalties,
So it's about Tiger Gamer, Jay Morris and Mars at the moment.
The penalties around this track are always going to be very, very dominant. It's always really, really hard to keep it in the track limits around Austria with such flat-throwing corners, which is a problem. So effectively right now, Jay Morris is in the lead of this Grand Prix, and I don't doubt that he will be ahead of G-Eazy by turn 3.
As you said, heading into turn 4, Jay Morris is ahead of G-Eazy without any scrap, just easy ERS usage and DRS usage, and he is ahead of G-Eazy, and he is now the race leader. Mars is fuming at the moment that he is losing a bunch of time to G-Eazy. He wants to gain past him ASAP. As look at the ERS levels of the both win contenders, Mars and Jay Morris, are basically the same. So this is very exciting. The last 4 laps at the moment are going to be crazy. Now, as
you would have thought Jay Morris would have pushed very, very hard on his ERS, trying to build the biggest gap from G-Eazy, as G-Eazy was holding up Mars through the technical section of the track. Yet Mars is right on the gearbox of Jay Morris as we look at a possible move this lap into turn 2 or turn 3. Possibly turn 3 if he hooks up this corner very well and gets very good traction compared to Jay Morris, as it looks like he has
decent traction, but cannot really make a move yet.
I don't think he can act on it. Yeah, he's very, very close.
Sourtub DNF from the race. There's only been 2 like crashes DNFs. Oh yeah, Hashki as well. I'm not sure what happened to him. But this is absolutely huge for Jay Morris and gutting for K5, because Jay Morris can possibly clinch the championship, and with maybe like two or maybe 3. I'm not sure how dominant he is. Maybe 3 races. I'm just gonna say 3. Maybe 3 races to go. Jay Morris and Mars still battling it out, and G-Eazy looking to take a podium, but he has that 6-second penalty, so post penalties, probably Tiger Gamer getting that position. But now it's a 3-lap shootout for the win. And basically, I've been on these two, on this duo the whole entire race, because this is the most exciting battle I've seen in a very, very, very long time. And Mars, oh yeah, maybe in France this season, but I can't really remember what happened. So Mars, not really bound to make a move yet.
Yeah, Mars just kind of wants to stick behind and only make a move when he knows he's going to make a move. It's really going to compromise his time if he gets the move wrong and go straight on, which will hand the win to Jay Morris. So he wants to keep himself nice and sensible, he wants to keep his head clean, and he wants to just go for it when he feels it's best.
As we have a crash, Alex has been crashed out. I'm not sure what happened there, but we'll see in the incidents post. Alex has been spun around, and that's not a good day for the Ferraris. As we head into turn 1, what are the ERS levels? Basically similar, only an 8% difference.
Yeah,
between
they're
them
really preserving.
Yeah, they want to burn it on the last lap, as Mars peeking in the weird mirrors of Jay Morris. This is legit a 2-lap battle for the win. Who is it gonna be? I'm so excited to find out. Mars or Jay Morris?
Me too. It seems that Mars has more ERS, but it seems his tyres are suffering a little bit more. It seems that Jay Morris has a little bit more grip out the corners. It seems he can brake a little bit later than Mars. Seems he's preserving them very well, whilst Mars has been trying to push his way past traffic, which has been a problem for Mars.
Now we head for the second to final time down this lap. Oh, Tiger gets a 3-second penalty. This is huge for G-Eazy if it can gain time on the podium. I'm not sure, I don't want to do the math right now because I'm too focused on this battle, but it's a battle for the podium for Tiger Gamer and G-Eazy. But
it seems that like everyone has penalties in the top 7, so it looks like Tiger Gamer is looking for a podium at this moment in time. G-Eazy isn't really.
Mars is going around the outside. Is he going to make a move on Jay Morris? Side by side, rear wheel to front wheel is not gonna do it. It's going to go on the inside of Jay Morris. Is he going to do it? Yes, he is. Oh, Jay Morris sticks it around the outside. They're side by side heading down into turn 5, 6, and 7. Down into turn 5 with this wonderful shot, and Morris takes the lead of the race. Jay Morris is close behind. Now it's all about the DRS and the ERS because they're both on 100%. This is insane. They both have to burn. They are going into the final lap on 100% ERS and DRS. This is insane for them too. Don't get a penalty now because then your whole race is over. Into the final lap we go. Mars is on front. Jay Morris is in P2. 3/10 is the difference. Is Jay Morris going to do it? They're all going to burn the ERS. Is Mars or is Jay Morris going to come out on top? Mars is going defensive. Jay Morris is braking late around the outside. Mars hangs it around the inside, but the second DRS is still yet to come. The gap is 4 tenths, now 2 tenths, now 1 tenth, now less than a tenth. Down around the outside goes Jay Morris on Mars, who's gonna come out on top. Mars sticks it around the inside, maybe wheel banging side by side here on the final lap. They go into turn 5 and into turn 6. Hopefully no contact, and there's been contact between him and Jay Morris came out on top. No spin, but definitely contact, which cost Mars the win, and there's been a brawling 1v1 between them two, but Jay Morris is gonna come out on top, down for the final time into turns 9 and 10, and Jay Morris is going to win the Austrian GP. This is unreal. This battle has been going on for the entire race, happening with the pit stops, and Jay Morris came out on top.
Tiger Gamer gets third due to penalties as he goes on the podium. That was very well formed by Tiger. His pace wasn't as good as Jay Morris and Mars, but he kept it nice and clean throughout the race, only getting a 3-second penalty. But that was an absolutely amazing race. by Jay Morris and Mars. Jay Morris did back out on lap 35 into turn 4, yet on lap 36 he did not want to do that and sent it down the inside, which was an absolutely wonderful move by him to take the win.
That was unreal, and I think F1 Mad can be happy about that. A 3-4 for
Yeah,
Haas. That's a
it certainly
wonderful.
wasn't looking like a win. It wasn't looking like a win. I'm so sorry, F1 Mad, but it just wasn't. The tyre strategies really, really, really affected this race. You saw with Jeezy, he had a very, very good lead. Yet the fact that his tyres were very, very worn caused him to fall back slowly and slowly into the grips of the other drivers.
This has been the most phenomenal battle that has been this season, I think, because this is unreal. The gap was 7 tenths, and they have been on each other the entire race. Has been crazy.
Yeah,
It's unreal, man. It's
it was absolutely unreal. That last lap move there, which put him into P1, which was what he needed to win the race, obviously. So that was absolutely wonderful by Jay Morris there. There was a lot that could have gone wrong, which could have handed the win to Tiger Gamer, but Mars kept it clean, took his second place, and was happy with that as well.
oh my god, that was the most interesting race I've seen all my
Rusty.
life. And as you said, yeah, Dre dude, Bavish got ahead of K5M5 on penalty, so that's funny to see. But
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Shall we do some post-race interviews?
Yeah, I'm down, man. You can join
Do
the
it. Yeah,
voice, just to open a voice channel.
I'll do it. We'll go to voice chat and we'll do some post-race.
Alright,
Give me a sec.
gonna wait maybe some post-race interviews of maybe someone who wants to join. If someone wants to join. Gonna wait. That was unreal.
No.
As as you know, Husky with the nut joins. You can be the first one, Husky, because you're the only one in here. Husky, are you here?
Yeah, and I've only got one thing to say.
Oh, God.
I'm spot.
I'm smart. That was yeah. I've seen your little blue dot on the main straight. Did you spin? I mean, of course
Ah,
into a wall, but like, was it the pit wall or was it the other way around?
yeah, it was the pit wall. Yeah, I'm still getting used to my wheel, man. It's just throttle control at this point that I got to get down. I keep losing my rears in those corners, so I did the same thing yesterday, just in a different place.
Was it
Yeah.
was it like a contact spin, or was it like all on your own? You
It was
just
just me, man. It was just me.
damn.
Yeah, I own that shit. That was my fault.
That was
Got him.
that was crazy.
All right, yeah. I'll leave you with this. I'm spot.
Hey,
All right.
I see
Cheers,
you,
man.
man.
See you.
And now, I mean, Mars, are you here?
You.
That was first of all, congratulations on the podium. But that was
Thank you, thank you.
that was the most insane race I've ever seen. How are you feeling?
Yeah, for real, man. Oh, the traffic was so annoying as well.
As I,
Every time Jay Morris got past traffic, I was so shit. He's gonna escape. Help!
I mean, you guys have been battling basically the whole entire race from start to finish with the strategy as well. I've seen you've gone way longer on the
Yeah,
mediums. Were you trying to go the same time in the pit lane as him, or what was your
yeah.
thought
So
process?
my idea was that I saw that some people pitted during the safety car, so I knew there was going to be semi-fast traffic when we came out. So I thought like if when Tiger is gonna pit, he's gonna get stuck behind traffic, and I'm gonna catch up anyways, and that ended up being true, luckily. And that's so at the moment he pit, I kind of knew okay, it's probably me versus Jay Morris now, and yeah, that ended up being true. Got run wide by Tuch actually. So Jay Morris managed to get past there, and yeah, from there on, I was just sitting behind. I felt like I had a bit more pace, but I couldn't use it. I mean, he was just gonna hang on behind anyway, so I was just recharging battery. And in the last lap, he ran wide and damaged my front wing. So I'm gonna report that. So
Ooh,
yeah,
that is unlucky.
I really hope it was a fun race for you as well to watch.
That was the most. I've basically for the second half after the pit stop phase, I've been on you guys the whole entire race because you guys been switching positions every single time. You've been passing people like basically similarly, every single
Yeah,
time, and it was just very very hectic. But
it was a sick race.
I got one more
Yeah.
final question for you. You overtook Jay Morris into turn 6 instead of on the last lap in the DRS. Why did you do that?
I wasn't planning to do that. It's just, I didn't use any ERS, I think. Just the DRS was enough to get alongside. And I thought, like, eh, if can get alongside, maybe I can play a little chicken game or try to run away. Just because I think he had less downforce than me. He was first in the speed trap in quali. So I was like, either I'll try to pull a gap, and if that doesn't work, I'm gonna try to play the chicken game. Um, I was like, I can probably stay alongside him into sector 2, 3, and I have more downforce, so hopefully I can like, yeah, I got a bad exit out of turn 3, I think. He got more alongside than I hoped for, and yeah, the rest is history.
Alright, well, thank you for coming out. That's been a wonderful race, and congratulations for the podium.
Right, thank you.
Bye. And we have one final person here for the interview. It's K5M5. Are you here?
Hello.
K5M5. I want to say that's not the best race. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, overall, just it is what it is, I guess. It just sums up the past few races for me, I guess. Then collided with Comic. I'm not blaming him for anything, not no beef or anything. It's unlucky, I guess. And then twice it was during the race I got held up by Dre Dude. I believe his internet this race was something else. Like for before the pit stops, me and Alex were behind Dre Dude. He was just weaving all over the place on my screen. I don't know about him, but he was just weaving all over the place, impossible to pass. And then on the last lap, he he overtook me again with 6 seconds of penalties when I had 3 seconds. So
Yeah.
unlucky, I guess. Bavish got fifth. Fair play to him. GG's. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's been. I'm pretty sure not the most unluckiest race, but a very very unlucky race for you.
I
Um,
mean, yeah, I can think of more unlucky ones.
yeah, that's why I said not the most unlucky, but just a very unlucky race. Rayson, do you have any more questions for K5?
Not really. To be honest, I think you kind of summed up what I was going to ask. I just want to give my apologies for such a unfortunate race. Obviously, it wasn't really the way you wanted it to go, was it? Obviously, a championship contender, winning the race. Obviously, you being relegated back. Did you have an incident because you dropped back a little bit?
Yeah, I guess I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's nothing you can really do. There was obviously a lot of battling in the mid pack, so it's quite easy to have a little fuffle with someone, which was a downside. But obviously, just see what you can do from here. See if you can try and redeem yourself. Obviously, you are still P2, so you can try and keep P2 in the championship. Maybe first, but it's looking more mathematical than realistic at this point. Sorry, K5. But anyway, well done, mate. It was a very, very good race, and hope you enjoyed yourself.
Yeah, I definitely did. I've pretty much given up on the championship fight, but Mars, I see you indefinite in the VC. I'm fighting you for P2 in the championship.
Ooh, well, I cannot wait for next week.
Wait, what did you say? I missed it.
Don't think I'm backing down for P2 in the championship.
Yeah, I'm getting closer. I didn't expect it.
Alright, well, thank you, fellas, for joining in for the post-race interview.
Right.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
night. Go sleep. Alright, I think that will be it for the stream. I want to thank y'all for watching this amazing race. For some people it was, for some people it wasn't, but thank you guys for watching. Thank you for interacting. And we'll see you again tomorrow for D1. Emu is probably going to stream it, and we'll see you again. Bye bye.